Hi everyone. Viewers, here I am. Let us make an attempt to understand great English poetry. Okay. We have great names like William Wordsworth, Robert Frost, many such names. I am here to make an attempt to learn about Robert Frost, great American poet. Okay. He has given us great classics of literature. His great poems being Stopping by Woods, Road Not Taken, Mending Wall, to name a few. Here, always, Robert Frost comes out with an image where it starts with delight, and always his poems ends with wisdom. Okay? So, with these parameters, we will make an attempt to study about, in this session, the road not taken. Okay? I will first read the stanzas, then I will make an attempt to explain. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. Two roads, the very first wording, see, two roads, two. So the poet is having path. Road can be path or it can be decision, choice. Diverged in a yellow wood, yellow, autumn. Okay, the trees have shed the leaves, the path is completely filled with yellow leaves. And sorry, I could not travel both. Sorry, he is telling this with an regret. Feeling sorry because he cannot travel both. I could not travel. I means it can be the narrator, poet himself, or it can be anybody else. And be one traveler. One traveler. I can't be one traveler. Long I stood. I, once again, the narrator. I, contemplations. The poet seems to be in confusion, in a dilemma. What he is supposed to do. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth, the vegetation completely filled. So now we have a situation where it is almost like a life at the crossroads. You know that after SSLC, when a child comes out, the child is in complete confusion whether to go to a diploma or SSLC, what he is supposed to do and all. Okay, the parameters. Similarly, every individual will come out with some sort of dilemma. Same situation here. The poet is also feeling. Okay, he cannot travel both. Two roads are there. He is in confusion. Moving further. Then took the other as just as fair and having perhaps the better claim. Then took the other. So the poet finally makes a decision. The narrator makes a final decision. He has to take one. So it is almost as just, it is as fair, it is almost equal, and having perhaps the better claim. So what are the elements of better claim? Second stanza it is, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Grassy, so more leaves are there, grass was there, and wanted wear. What it suggests, as a reader, as a narrator, Robert Frost tries to insist upon one thought. What is that? It was grassy and wanted wear. So among the two paths, among the two roads, two ways, one seems to be very much attractive, attracting the narrator. Why? Because nobody has trodden there, nobody has gone there. It seems to be very adventurous. The poet wants to take a chance. Instead of following the same routine path, he wants to make a difference. So second stanza, what is that? Having perhaps the better claim, it was grassy and wanted wear. So now the poet, from the first stanza of confusion, dilemma, he moves to decision making in the second stanza. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about this thing. Still, the poet starts feeling whether to take this path or that. The dilemma still is there, but still he makes up a mind to take up the one. Going further, para number 3. And both that morning equally lay, almost on the same parameters. In leaves, no step had trodden black. All the leaves seems to be black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, with an exclamatory mark. Very interesting line that is, oh, I kept, I, once again the narrator. Very interesting. See, most of us, in our life also situations, we often take up a decision and still we are not decided, and we will be always oscillating between the other decision which we have not taken. I kept the first for another day. Okay, the positions. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I could ever come back. I doubted. So in para number 3, the poet comes to two important decisions. I will read out. I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I could ever come back. Ever come back, in life only, life gives us only one chance, where there is no second chance. Okay. So the poet seems to be sure that I doubted if I could ever come back again. So which he is also sure that whatever may happen, whatever options he has taken, whatever situation will demand, he will move further and he will see to it that he will reach the end. He will not come back. Coming to the last stanza, where the poet has made a decision finally. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I. So as I said earlier also, Robert Frost's poems always starts with delight. Okay, nature being one of the very important parameters, the road becomes a symbol here, choice. Okay, so finally in the last stanza, the poet is telling, as I said earlier, delight to wisdom. The poet has come to wisdom here. What is the knowledge part he is sharing with us, the readers? I'll read out. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged. So two roads, once again the first stanza, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by. I, repetition of the first person singular I, narrator, makes the reader understand that finally the poet is very firm, strong in taking his decision. And what is that? I took the one less travelled by. Very important. Very carefully Robert Frost comes out with a clear picture of an assertion, complete confidence in this line, and this is the important thought of the entire poem. I will repeat. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So finally the poem ends with that important statement. It is the bottom line of the entire poem. The main theme of the poem we can observe in this particular line. I took the one less travelled by. This is the wisdom Robert Frost tries to narrate to the readers. So like Robert Frost, we in our life also, most of us will be in a dilemma, will be in confusion, where to go, what to do. We'll always like to go for second opinion. But what the poet is trying to tell us, in life also, whether anybody supports us or not, we need to move forward. We need to take up a call, and internal call, and with God overhead and heart within, we need to move forward, and we have to be very strong, firm in our decision. So the entire poem of Robert Frost comes out with this statement of what is that? Poet or the narrator taking up a decision. The road not taken. The main title is that, road not taken. So what it suggests, it is also the road not taken by the poet. That means he is not following others. He is not going with a path, or he is not going to in that road which is being taken or followed by others. So what is the main thought here? The title is the road not taken by the poet. Instead of following others, what his mind, his heart has told him, he took the one which is less travelled by, and he is ready for any type of crisis. He is ready for taking any type of challenges, and that is life. Okay, and I think in one of his article he is trying to tell that life moves on, it goes on. Okay, no matter what. Okay, so that is the concept of Robert Frost, road not taken. Okay, always his poem starts with delight. Delight here is the confusion part, road, the nature part, and always ends with the wisdom. So what is the wisdom or learning outcome in this poem? The poet has taken the path or the road less travelled by, which is full of challenges, adventurous. So the poet accepts a life full of adventures, and that is the outcome, and that is what as a narrator we need to undertake and follow. Thank you.